Everyone, wanted to give you an overview of what I'm looking for your final in this course. As you'll see, we have our course objectives here, and the final is going to get at these. So I highly recommend you look at the course objectives on the syllabus or copy and paste this over to a Word document. And I also highly recommend that you print out or at least save the final operations of supply rubric, as that will be the evaluation instrument for your final paper. So what am I looking for? I am looking for you basically to look at the 5 objectives and bring them into a paper. So we have an introduction, which will, all these will align with the rubric. So again, really encourage you to print out that rubric. I want you to pick an organization that you're familiar with, either one you're an owner, employee, or a volunteer. It could be a past organization, it could be a current organization. But in your intro, tell me a little bit about the organization, what it does, what it's about. That could be maybe a paragraph or two, doesn't have to be anything crazy. And tell me about the organizational resources. Again, on those, I'm guessing a couple paragraphs here. Use of the organizational resources, that might get a little more in depth. We're probably looking at a page, maybe 2 tops. Operational administrative processes that you're aware of. Is there a procedure manual? Kind of give me an overview of what you know. I understand some of you won't have access to all this information, but I'd really like you to provide me of an overview. Then I want you to talk about the boundaries and challenges of the operational system or systems. What's going on in the organization? What do they do well with? What do they struggle with? Then we look at the role of the operation managers. How are they divided? What's the hierarchy? What are they responsible for? And if you have the knowledge of this, what are the budgets? Well, how is resources and budgets controlled? How are they managed? And what are their inputs? So basically, this is basically an overview that gets to all our course objectives. What am I looking for? I always get this question, how many pages? I would say approximately this will be 5 to 7 pages in that zone. If you go under that a little bit and the contents there, I'm fine with that. You go over that a little bit and the contents there, I'm fine with that. Am I looking for sources? I'm only looking for sources if you use something specifically to that company that is out in public. So a financial statement, if you do that, recognize where it's from, and it ties back to the course objectives. So basically what we're doing is identifying a company, talking about its resources, explaining how it uses its resources, and explaining how it uses operational administrative processes to best use those resources, or maybe it does not, and then that's what you need to let us know, or let me know. And the boundaries and challenges of the systems. Are there something improved, or is it good? I mean, this is a point where you as an employee or owner and volunteer, I want to hear your expertise. Also, the roles of operation managers. How is all this divided? Is there budget controls in place that you're aware of? How do they come up with the budgets? And finally, the conclusion, wrapping all this up. So I hope this is fairly straightforward for you. If you have questions, please let me know. And again, I definitely encourage you to open up the rubric, because this will explain the course objectives are there, instructions as they are in my SBC again. Recommend you use this as your paper outline, and then it kind of gets the grading scale and we get to our final grade. But that is kind of wraps this up. If you have questions, let me know, and I'll definitely do my best to make this clear.